Welcome to the 1 Minute Apologist. We interview the world's leading apologists to provide credible answers to curious questions.
Does biological appearance or the appearance of biology point to a designer?
Yeah, even adamant atheists like Dawkins will say that all of biology is an effort to explain the appearance of design, even though he would reject the existence of a divine designer. So I think that there is an appearance of design which is kind of stipulated by most people who are looking at this kind of stuff. And then the question is, how do we explain? I actually think there are 8 attributes of a design, and I kind of illustrate these in my book, God's Crime Scene, but without going into all the detail. And when you see attributes of design like irreducible complexity, like the insufficiency of natural causes, like the improbability of chance, like the kind of pattern recognition, when we see something we know is design, and this thing looks just like that, why would we reject a designer? There are a number of things, I think 8 things, when they come together, they most reasonably indicate that we have a designer. If we saw these 8 things in a bird's nest, even if we only saw 5 of the 8 things, we would infer reasonably that a designing bird is at work. And in every bird nest, when you see it, has enough design present. 5 of these 8 things exist. I can infer design. Well, there are many micro machines in biology. Michael Behe probably made one famous, the bacterial flagellum is probably the most famous of these. And as he points to these structures, and there are many of them, he notices certain features of design. Well, I think that 8-feature template that I talked about can be applied to those. And when it is, you see that this is actually most reasonably explained as the act of a designer. Now, for example, it's the fact that it's informationally driven. If you know these things are driven by DNA genomes that require an intelligent source, you've got good reason to believe you've got an intelligent designer involved. Of course, the problem is if there's an intelligent designer, that designer may have requirements for our life, may actually be interested in us as humans. And I think a lot of us reject the appearance of a designer because we don't like the idea that this designer might be involved in our own lives. But I think in the end, the most reasonable inference is not a lack of something, a lack of explanations from naturalism, because they can't explain these features. It's the positive appearance of design features in biology that give us the most reasonable inference that there is a designer behind the design itself.